On YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Vancouver's Worst Drivers. Before we start this video, I want to thank this video sponsor, Atlas Driving School. They have continued to partner with me on this channel, and I appreciate their support, and they're also here to support you guys as well. So if you're looking for driving lessons or a driving instructor, check them out in the link in the description below. Plus, viewers here on this channel can get 10% off all their packages, so be sure to check them out in the link in the description below. Alright, now let's get into the video, starting with this one from Derek, and unfortunately for Derek and this driver, this must have been a painful one for both of them. Only in Vancouver do you have to worry about people doing things like this out of nowhere. Up next, we got this video from Sam, and just these kind of videos always get to me. You've heard on the channel where I hate people that have no accountability, and this driver right here is just a prime example of that. Goes through the stop sign, forces his way in. I'm assuming at this point Sam is honking, but he wastes his time and everybody else's time telling Sam off for what? For what reason? If you can't see if it's clear, don't proceed through. Brian captured this driver swerving all over the place on Hastings Street, and don't worry guys, I gave him a hard time about not calling 911 on this guy, but anyways, turns out he actually was having a medical incident. A bunch of people on Instagram reached out and told me what had happened, and I feel for the guy, but man, it must have been scary for him and also drivers around him as well. As a parent, you think that you'd always put your kids first and make sure that they're safe and be overly cautious. Well, definitely not this parent. I get it. People who hog the left lane are super annoying and it pisses everybody off. I get it. But if you do reckless and crazy things like this driver right here and the guy in the next clip, then you're actually the problem. I think that's the case for all road rage. If you're doing crazy things and you put other people at risk, it doesn't matter who's at fault. You're basically the idiot. And here's that next driver I was telling you about, and I guess this guy just thinks he's a motorcyclist because he's just making his own path right down the middle. Up next, we got an instant karma clip, and just to let you all know, I'm actually working on an instant karma clip compilation video in the next few months, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, sir, that's illegal, I guess was driving a little too slow for this gentleman, and the boys in blue waiting for this guy like sharks in the water. This driver earned some life experience the hard way by 1, not checking to make sure it was clear through the intersection, but B, also making the slowest left turn ever. Here's another driver who doesn't heed that advice, and Luca almost pays the price by driving up on the sidewalk. When I first saw this video, I thought it was the SUV I was supposed to be watching, but turns out it was actually the guy trying to park that we're supposed to be watching. It's painful to watch these videos because take a look at the driver's reaction. There is no reaction because they don't even know that they hit John, and it's just painful that people drive like this and have no idea even when they hit other people. So this exact same thing happened to me, and it was the first crash I ever got into, and I was 20 years old, and this woman in this rec center backed up right into my car, then told ICBC that I drove into her, and yeah, good thing they didn't buy it. When your heart says yes, but all the signs say no. This cyclist should not look so surprised here. It doesn't matter if there's a red light, stop sign, do not enter sign, yield sign. People will come out of nowhere all the time. Up next, we got 2 drivers here that cut off the dash cameras, and it's so bizarre to me because there is no one else around. They're just so focused on turning left and looking left that they don't even see these drivers coming. Keep your eye on the driver on the left-hand side here. I'm sure Nathan didn't notice, and I didn't notice when I first watched this video, but this guy is just going to cut off everybody and make his presence known in the worst possible way. I'm sure we all recognize this spot in Burnaby, and this gentleman is trying to cross the street. This red car doesn't stop for him, and he is not pleased with the customer service around here. He wants to speak to the manager who is managing drivers on the road. If you keep your eye on the left-hand side of the screen, this guy is turning right, and if you assume that everybody is going straight through the intersection as you're making a right, then you're going to avoid crashes like this. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with this statement, but I think this spot right here is the worst spot in all Vancouver for close calls and accidents. You don't see these kind of overtakes very often, and to me it just seems kind of pointless given that there's actually a pedestrian crossing, so it's not even like Chris could have turned earlier. So the video starts at this point, and as you can see, the light is already red, and it's been red for a while, and this guy is just so focused on switching lanes, he has no idea what color it is. You can only imagine how stressful it is for this driver or other drivers going the wrong way to back out in downtown and try and go the right way. Just would have been so much easier if they just read the street signs. I would like to know how long this driver was driving the wrong way for. This video clip was recorded in Richmond, and I'm not sure exactly where it is, but I believe it's near the airport, and it just seems like so many drivers drive the wrong way here. I've seen so many videos over the years, and I think the city has got to do something better to prevent drivers from driving this way around the corner. Just some words of wisdom for all the drivers out there. Don't be signaling to the left if you plan on parking to the right. It's probably a better idea to signal to the right to show that, hey, I'm going to back up into this spot. Just because your friend behind you went doesn't mean that it's your turn to go. And yes, that is Steven getting hit on the back end of his vehicle. Maybe you should be looking for a sign that matches the color of your car. This would be a great time to do one of those inch forward slowly maneuvers. So the right lane is a right turn only lane, but neither that nor the red light is going to stop this guy. So not only does this driver cut off Zunnen, but this white van to the right is also turning right, so they should also probably be yielding to them as well. And we're going to end this video with the last clip from another one from Zunnen. This driver running this red light and narrowly misses this white car in the process. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and also you can email your videos to me at vancouverdrivingvideos@outlook.com, and all that information is in the description below.